Alright guys, thank you for coming. Like, I'm super stoked. I had some ideas going around. I didn't want to like send a whole bunch of texts or even like call. I figure we all just meet on Facebook Live, and for my ones who love enough to participate, you guys will like to fill in and help me out. And so what I wanted to do was, I had this really cool idea and then I let it go. But I wanted your guys' help on a couple things before I feed into doing some things. I wanted some feedback from people who love me. You know what I mean? People who support Freedom of You. People who wants to see Freedom of You go where, it's supposed to be. And that's into the heart and minds of all the women all over the world. Because I believe if we can heal our women, we can heal our families, we can heal our husbands. And in the birth through seeds and seeds to seeds, a healing of restoration. So that's the Freedom of You vision, ultimately. So with that being said, I wanted feedback. Do you guys think that we should, if you guys were a new subscriber, or even my recent subscribers, or my fellow followers who've been riding with me from the beginning, would you guys want to hear like a podcast or to do this video live, right? I kind of like the video live. I don't know if I like the fact of, going back, listening to myself and having the ability to do it and see like my reactions. I could feel like the emotions, because I know I'm a very emotional speaker. I kind of tap in hard when I am in that space, and I like to go back and see it. So feedback. Do we want to do like a podcast or a video live for the Freedom of You channel to reach out? And then with either option, do we want to look at maybe a daily tool, right, of the Freedom of You tools that, I use when I deal with current clients? I'm helping them move forward and, making the decisions, like the different things that we can do every day, from meditation to affirmations to focus boards to writing daily to things like that. Do we want to look at daily tools, or would you guys be interested in like a DIY kind of 30-day transformation of myself with everything completely natural? I mean, like, I'm already doing it. I'm not sure if you can tell or not, but like castor oil on my eyelashes, so I don't gotta use no more of those lashes no more, right? Bring back my lashes, edges. We could do for hair and also healthy skin. Aloe vera, like the hair gel. It's the business. And I'm not talking about the one you buy at the store. I'm talking about the one you get the guts out of your aloe vera, and you boil, you make it, and you make it slimy, kind of like your chia seeds, and it's hair gel. And so it's not my recipe. I can't take credit for the recipe, but I will say I have used it, and the shit is, excuse my language, it's the bomb. I really love how soft my hair and things go when I do it. So, do we want to look at daily tools for spiritual growth that Freedom of You uses? Or do you guys want to be part of my 30-day transformation, my Jill Scott Be Prepared, Best of Me Right Now? So that's from the Plant-Based Eating with Mom. That's all natural hair products, skin products, aloe vera, ginger. Like, try all these different recipes that we could use to be healthy on the inside out. And so that's where I'm at. I'm trying to decide now whether you ride along with me with the 30-day transformation or not. That's going to happen. I just don't know if you guys want to be included in that. Should we focus on that, or should we focus on daily tools? So that's what I needed you guys to show up with your help. So all feedback, just so you know, this is market research. Anything you type in the comments I may or may not use. I'm taking ideas right now. So please share. And then I wanted to give you guys a tool for today, because I was working with a couple of new clients this morning, and it was just on my heart that maybe we should just give these tools away, which in turn brought about the daily toolbox. So first thing I want to focus on is facing our fears, right? What is standing in our way? What stories are we telling ourselves? What memories are we holding on to that are not ours, that were embedded in us, that, is stopping us from getting exactly what God has promised us, and that's a purpose. So our spirits choose these assignments when they come, and everybody has a passion, everybody has a purpose, but more importantly, your spirit has a destination. So are we going to continue running in a circle like the little box in our hamster wheel, right? Or are we going to really grasp hold to what purpose is here in life and figure ours out? How do we fit in to this function of earth and feed back, heal back, and do things of that nature? So fear. The number one thing I wanted to share with you guys that you guys may think is silly, but it's across the board, all the way across the board. Any life coach or inspirational speaker that you guys speak with, they're going to tell you about daily affirmations. Those are things that we're telling ourselves every day, reminding ourselves, keeping ourselves in that energy of love and above on how to just be better. What are we proclaiming in our life? And when I say pro, I mean pro as in not con, right? Pro. What are we proclaiming in our life? So I took one out of my little photo so I could share you guys what hangs up in my space. I look at this all the time. Can you see it? So it says, I am freedom of you. I am healthy and wealthy. I am enough. I am purpose of passion. And so it is, Ashe. These are affirmations that I say every day to myself. This is my constant right here. You have to be constant. Consistency is the key to success, being consistent in it. And so with this affirmation tool, I also want to teach you, share with you, show you like when's the best time and how to use these affirmations. The number one thing is water. When you're in the shower, right, early in the morning, you need these affirmations busting out loud. Just like you sing in the shower, you need to be in that shower washing yourself down with good oatmeal soap, because remember, we're going to try to do all natural, none of those other things. We're going to try to do all natural. Skin products, hair products, nail products. That's what I want your guys' feedback on. Don't forget, do we want to do a DIY 30-day transformation that I'm going to use all these products and share with you guys and what our results are, or do we want to do daily tools? That's what I wanted from you guys. But now it's time for you guys to pick up your pen and write down this good stuff, because we're getting ready to get into the juice of it. Affirmations. These are mine. I am freedom of you. I am healthy and wealthy. I am enough. I am purpose of passion, and so it is, Ashe. That's my song. I sing it. It's beautiful, right? So here's when you do and use your affirmations. When you take a shower and you have all this good water, that's one of our 4 elements of the earth, right? That's our power. Water holds memory. If you're not familiar with it, please go Google it, do your own research. But they have shown if you play nasty, ugly music and you freeze water, water will splatter. And it will not freeze together. It will freeze separately. But if you play it with beautiful, loving, angelic, high-frequency love music, then water will freeze in 5, 6, 7, 8-dimensional pieces, crystals, because it all comes together and forms this space of love. And so water holds memory. That's what you guys need to know. So when you're in the shower, this is the best time to be speaking this energy. So when I'm in the shower, I'll be washing up, I'll be singing, you are your most beautiful, perfect version of yourself, freedom. You're the bomb. I am enough. I am freedom of you. I am purpose. I am passion. When you are bathing and showering, that's the best time to be putting these affirmations out into the universe to work for you, so that you will believe them. Because change is inevitable. It's going to come. It's what you're going to do with the change that makes the difference, okay? Either you're going to accept it or you're going to be rejected to it, right? Rejection is depression, period. Rejection is depression. Please write that down. Hold it. Remember yourself. Remind yourself every day. Rejection is depression. And I don't mean if you get rejected from a job, you're going to automatically be, depressed. What I'm saying is when change happens in your life, you have two choices. You can accept it or reject it. Acceptance is growth, is love, is moving forward. Rejection is depression, anxiety, all those things that make us feel bad. You choose, freedom of you, choosing to be a better you right now, period. So, these affirmations put you in that mind state that whatever you're desiring, you remember it's desiring you as well. Whatever you want is wanting you. Whatever you're looking for is looking for you. But the only way we're going to receive it is when we're vibing in the equal frequency of the energy in which it is that we're requiring. You can't require love and sit in hate. Okay? You can't require to be healthy and then sit in gluttony. Ooh, I'm guilty of that, y'all know. However, those are things that we want to pay attention to. Affirmations in the morning, in the shower, is the best thing you can do for yourself going forward. Now, while you drink water, right? Get you a bottle of water all throughout the day. These affirmations don't need to be the same. You can add to them all day. If you want to, bless your children, you could be saying, I am a full throttle blessing from my seed will be blessed. My seed will prosper. These are things that you can drink water while you're drinking water, and those water cells are getting into this earthly flesh cell, and it's combining, two of them come together into the agreements, this combustion of energy that they both agree that your seeds are going to be blessed. You can bless them that way too, by drinking water. Don't forget, water holds memory. It's powerful. So the best time for us to do these affirmations is all day really, but whenever you're in water and you take a bath, okay, pause. Here's how you take the bath. I know everybody has their own ways of doing bath, but if you really want these affirmations and powers to work for you, I'm dropping nuggets here. Please hold them. Light you some candles. That's going to represent the fire. All four elements of the earth is important. So we're going to light our candles. That represents fire. You can play any kind of music that makes you feel good. I like classical, I like jazz, I like hip-hop. Whatever mood I'm in, I'm going to play some music because that's going to represent the wind. Okay? Then you're sitting in a bathtub full of water. That's our third element. And what's the fourth element that we're missing in here? Earth. We're earth. We're earth. So God gives us this place that even in the bathtub, we can be at our fullest, largest potential because we have all four elements working with the intention of what we're desiring, because I am freedom of you. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am purpose of passion. I am enough. When I'm in the shower and these four elements are working for me, then this gets in here, and then I could walk in this energy and love every day, because bad stuff happens to good people all the time. How are you going to be affected by it? That's it. So we have our affirmations. You guys do focus boards, are a wonderful tool to help keep yourself reminded. But I travel too much, so a focus board for me was a lot of fun. But then I felt like I was leaving something important because it wouldn't fit in my suitcase. So I use what is called a manifestation memoir. Ta-da! So my manifestation memoir, don't laugh with these on here. This book actually belonged to my daughter Shemaya, who was murdered, and in this book was some of her own writings that I got to read, and so I kept it. Everything that in this book is power. This is power. Everything is, all my poems in here is the business, but this is my handy dandy notebook, right? And so instead of using a vision board, I have what I call my manifestation memoir. So things that I have requested and that I am manifesting, I put these into my book to remind me, because it travels with me everywhere I go. Kai Kiki, baby, you know I love you. You know I love you. Take it, mama. I miss you. Kiss my baby for me too. But this is Maya's book. So my manifestation memoirs, things that I have been requesting or that I am requesting, and then they show up. Right? This is fun stuff. Tamara, you know it's truth. I know you know, cousin. You put me on. Some of this is your good stuff from our patio, sitting on your patio in Atlanta. manifesting and creating good love and light. But this is what I call my manifestation memoir. It's memories of things that you have accomplished and that you can remind yourself that you're doing good. Same thing that a vision board does, but I had to leave my vision board so it didn't feel good. Okay, and then we did our positive affirmations every day. And then prayer and meditation should have been number one. Because without that, nothing else is possible. You're not going to be able to do anything else. You need a constant prayer life. You need a constant meditation source. You need to connect to infinite source every day so that you can get a download and so that you can keep pushing through for faith. Whatever you put it on, you name it however you want. I don't like to simplify into categories and, titles and tags, because then we get into what beliefs are, and now we want to point fingers of what is right, what's wrong, my religion's better, mine's the only way. I don't want to focus on that. I just want to focus on love and how we're going to be better. So we're going to skip over all that. Prayer and meditation is important. You need it in your life. Do not start a day without thanking whoever you thank. Okay? Do not start a day without thanking Source for life. Without thanking God for life. Without thanking Him for giving you another day, another chance to complete this spiritual contract you signed up for. Okay? Then at night, after you pray for the day, then at night you can take meditation, 5, 10, 15, however much time you need, and you can go right up into that quiet place and you ride here. Okay, here's how you get into meditation quickly. Here's the secret. You can get to meditation if you close your eyes and visualize a black pavement with the white line. You're driving, right? You're driving and you see a white line. And you just stay on that white line. And then you have thoughts. I forgot to do the dishes, pick up the kids, do the homework, iron clothes, whatever. Every thought that comes, you watch that thought cross over the white line and keep going. Okay? You keep going straight on the white line. Sooner or later, that white line's going to disappear. And it's going to be black pavement. And that's your chalkboard to draw and visualize, believe, desire, create anything you want in life. Harold and the Purple Pen. If you're not familiar with that book, if you don't remember it from when you were a kid, you should grab it. Being grateful is the absolute key, cousin. Grateful for the good, grateful for the bad. Just being grateful that we're alive to experience, to be able to feel these emotions, something. So that's, gratitude is at the top of the list. Positive affirmations, vision boards, or my manifestation memoir, whatever you want to call yours, take with you so you can remind yourself every day. Daily prayer in the morning, daily prayer meditation so that you can continue to create this dream, being there, seeing yourself there, smelling it, feeling it, see yourself in the clothes. What are you wearing? What does your hair look like? Who's with you? Feeling those experiences. That's how you manifest. That's how you create. You get to go create it. So go pick up your purple crayon, guys, and let's start creating things for real. And then for me, you guys know I had trouble on, so I just added this. Write daily. So I've been making myself write daily. And when I talked to you guys the other day about that, I was serious about that. And I'm going to get this out one way or other because I'm a finisher. I'm a completer. I'm not a quitter. And I'm going to get it out. So every day I'm writing for 30 minutes a day. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Now, I had to be taught this lesson in many ways. A very, very good friend of mine, he's a guy friend, and he is a love anyhower. He's awesome, right? I mean, his relationship with his mother, his kids, his sister, his brother, I've never heard this man say even one bad thing about the ex-wife. He is a love anyhower. He's a really, really good guy. And so he was like, if you don't show up as you really are, people are going to fall in love with what you're not. And then you're not going to be able to hold up to what it is. So why would you pretend to be super white collar free when your hood is hell? don't know if I should take that as a compliment or what, but to be authentic in ourselves, who we are, what we do. Authenticity is the secret. It's the key. So when you don't get your little briefcase and show up, da 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 da. Now I can drink tea. I told you guys with the best of them. And I can drink 40s with the worst of them. Do not get it twisted. But why would I brand Freedom of You as a brand of an energy that I'm not? I'm not. I have a bad mouth. Sometimes I cuss like a sailor because I want to, or sometimes I cuss like a sailor because the emotions are going and I can't help it. So you may get a cuss word in any of my listening. So rated R. Don't let your kids listen to it, or allow your kids to connect to that energy. Quit suffocating these spirits. If your kid says a bad word, figure out what he was feeling when he said it. Don't tell him not to do it. Because we're going to stuff that in. Whatever energy he was feeling when he said that bad word, we're going to tell him not to do it. And he's going to think that that feeling was wrong or unclean or be shame in some way. I don't want to do that anymore. I used to, but I don't. If my son says a bad word, if he slips up and say, fuck, he's not in trouble. I want to figure out what he was feeling when he said it. Let's deal with these emotions, this energy right here. Let's attack that, not the action. It's just like, the spirit didn't do it to you. The flesh did it. So we need to honorize them. You know what I mean? Sister Alvarez, I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love you. You don't even know what kind of energy and embedment you put into me. You are the strongest, one of the strongest black women I know. I love you. And your life tells. Your life tells. It's not just, for show. You tell. People can feel your love, Alvarez, for life. You're my sister for life. I love you. And not just somebody you call sis. You are my sister. And I love you for being my sister. And I love you for loving me. All right. So, show up in our authentic. I have to be Freedom of You. I have to, cuss sometimes. I warm my coffee up a few times before I'm done. I make my smoothie and it takes me all day. I have silly, quirky little things that I do when I write. I like to keep my pencil old school right here in this space. I love music playing when I'm there. I need a clean house. I love things to smell good. As a matter of fact, my incense went out, so we're going to light us another one of these because we're attracting money, right? Okay, so he told me that, be authentic. And then I had to realize that my spirit is free. Like, I am free to really connect and to be used for a vessel for others, right? And when I say that I'm open for a vessel to be used for others in this energy, that nothing that is for you is ever for you. Nothing that you get is ever yours. Come on. I mean, it shows you every day. You get a paycheck on Friday. You pay all your bills. You give it away. The money only comes through you. The love comes through you. The patience comes through you. Not to you. Not to you. So, with that being said, we have to make sure that we keep this vessel open with an exchange of energy, so that things can come as far as we're giving out as far as we're receiving. It's the boomerang effect. It's the, what is that? You guys know, the slingshot. As far back as you pull it is as far back as it's going to go. So we need to make sure that our vessel is open for continuous overflow. A double-sided man will never receive nothing. It'll always be 50-50. Nicole, you know you are my girl. I love you for life for that. And so I have to make sure that even when I'm doing this, right, I'm doing it with a happy heart. I can't do it with a nasty heart. If you call and tell me you need $10 and I got $20, if I give you the $10 but I'm mad about it, I should have just kept my $10. You know what I mean? Like, don't ever give money away if you don't want to. Don't say, here, take it. Don't do it, because you're not blessing yourself, and you're also not blessing the person receiving. The energy attached to that money, because the money's currency, current energy right now, that is going to carry over. So if you don't want to give somebody some money, don't give it to them. Say no. No is a complete sentence. But don't ever give money away or anything away. Don't ever give it away with an intention of, dang, give me my last, here, take it. Don't do it. because you're not blessing them, nor are you blessing yourself. Keep your money, say no, and things will work out. They'll figure it out on their own. They always do. And so that's one thing that we want to talk about, the intentional heart. Making sure that our heart stays in an intentional place. Making sure we're doing something with an intention to bless, not to stress or to hurt or to demean or to disregard. The worst thing anybody, for me, I don't like the feeling of feeling invisible. Honor me, see me, say hello. That was one of the biggest challenges I had to get to. I don't like the feeling of making someone feel invisible because I don't like feeling invisible. So we have to learn how to honor space and showing up with the intention of your heart to do that. You can control it. You don't have to have a bad day. You don't have to be a bitch today. You don't have to be nasty today. Hey, Val, I love you, sister. You don't have to. Just because you're on your menstruation doesn't mean you have to cramp and be cramping everybody else's style. You can choose to have better days when you want to. It's all a choice. Mastering life's energy right now. And then we feel this horrible thing that can come and knock any and everybody down called pain. It hurts. Whatever. Physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially, whatever you claim it, pain is pain. But here's what pain is. You guys know I gotta break stuff down. Pain means pay attention to the inside right now. What am I feeling? Temperature check. What am I feeling? Why am I feeling like this? Why does this person bother me so much? Maybe because characteristics you see in someone else, you're usually a mirror of yourself. It's usually a mirror. Things that bother you in someone else, those are things that you have to deal with in yourself. It's not them, it's you. It's not them, it's you. Period, point blank. It's never them. Nobody else in this world has the power to shift your energy but you. It's never them. It's always you. It was never them. It was always me. Why did you do that to me? Right? Since we're keeping it 100, I don't think that my husband ever had an opportunity to win a fight. I cheated. Because I blamed everything on him. He couldn't even get through. Everything was his fault. And it was a cheat. And I didn't know what I know now. So, exactly, co-projecting, right? Instead of reflecting. Being the mirror, and they're reflecting your energy, opposed to being reflected by somebody else's energy. That's what's called mastering life's energies right now. You can change the energy. Somebody walk in, and you could feel the energy shift in the room. Like, what's wrong with him? And you haven't even talked to him. Or you can walk in, right? And you can close your eyes before you walk through any door. Try it. Here's another tool. It's the best thing ever. Close your eyes and visualize turning the light switch on. Bloop! And then your light comes on. And you want to, hey, hi, Toodles. Look at you. You're beautiful. Love your shoes. You come in this light and then people, they just come to you. Because sometimes you think you're giving the light for you. And like I told you before, what's for you is never for you. It's only to go through you. So turn the light on. Walk into the room. Before you go into the grocery store, if you're riding in your car right now, when you get out, you go into the grocery store, close your eyes, visualize, turning on the light switch, and watch how everybody's energy changes. People are going to talk to you who never would have talked to you. Yes, T, you know it. People are going to talk to you whenever, the people you would never expected to talk to you. Everybody's going to want to tell you all their stories. You're going to hear everything about everybody, and you're not going to get frustrated about it. You're going to have exactly what they need because you just read this book, or you just watched this video, or you just heard some other motivational speaker speak. You know what I mean? Yes, T, yes. And then you think that is for you, and then you standing next to this lady and she's telling all her stuff, and now you have the antidote for her ailment. Ooh, this is the chain reaction. We've got to keep hold to the chain reaction. Turn the light on. Turn your light on. How many times we in Atlanta like we gonna turn these lights on because we don't want to get hood? Like, there's so many different explanations I could give you, but pain means pay attention on the inside right now. What am I feeling? Why is this hurt? Why does this person bother me? Why does her voice get in my nerves? I don't even want to hear this girl open her mouth because her voice is going to drive me crazy. What is it about this that this girl's voice drives crazy? You know what it is, Free? You got a squeaky voice. You do the same thing to someone else. I'm sorry. It's the truth. But these are the things that's realizations to myself that I really check myself. If I can't laugh at myself, you can't laugh at me. You're going to laugh at me anyway if you want to. So, we might as well laugh at ourselves. I'm so in love with freedom right now. I've never been in love with myself this much ever in my life. I love me some me. I'm the bomb. I'm a good friend. I'm a good listener. I have a good heart. You know what I mean? Like, I'm funny, right? I'm intelligent. I'm smart. If I don't know something, I'm going to figure it out. I'm diligent. I'm going to play my mama tell you I was up all night trying to figure out this cable stuff. I don't do cable. But I didn't go to sleep till I figured it out, and I figured it out. I'm learning this program on my computer by myself because I'm diligent to do that. I'm the bomb. Would I date me? Absolutely. Would I choose me as a friend? Absolutely. These are the questions we need to ask ourselves on the energies that we participate in every day. Would I want to hang out with me? Absolutely. I'll show up with me every weekend with a bottle of wine because that's what we do. I would want to suck up my own good energy. I love it. So pay attention to the inside now. That's what pain means. Something's not right within you, not the world. Quit blaming. No more victims. We're victorious in everything we do. We wear crowns that never fall off. Turbulence comes. I love you, Mama Nisi. I love you, I love you, I love you. Y'all, Denise, you guys see her on here. She loved me and my babies when we came to Phoenix. When we were all by ourselves, that was my first mama. Her daughter was my first friend, my first real friend. Our kids played together. My kids called her grandma. She called my kids grandkids. Christmas, she took care of us. She fed us. She loved on us. That was that original energy. And I'm not going to tell you how much older than she is. And you just know that she has a daughter of my age. But we were friends, and I loved her, and she loved me. And it was original connection from source. It was like we knew each other from the beginning. So I love you, Mama, and thank you for riding with me all the time. I love you for life, Denise Foreman, for life. You helped me too with this healing. You paid it. You got through of it. So we started on what we are afraid of. So, and that's a big question. And what fear is keeping us from what God has promised us, from our destination? What fear is showing up? And so you have to ask yourself these different questions like, if you did know, what would the answer be? I don't know. If you did know, what would the answer be? You know where you get the answer from? Your imagination. It's powerful. It's magic. You could figure anything out in this world you want to do. Just pretend. Do you remember when you was a little girl? Me and my cousins, we put on shows, girl. We thought we was the dancing. We was doing it. Mama, look at this, look at this. We was writing our own plays. We were participating in our own plays. We was dancing, singing, whatever we wanted to do. We was creating it. If you had the ability to create that as a kid with your imagination, you have the ability to create that right now as an adult. You go the same route. You don't change the route. The destination's there. If you want to get to your imagination, act like a kid. Remember when you were a little kid. Do the things you used to do. Dance around. Be silly. Make a play with your kids. Create a cast. Do something. Figure it out. That's it. What are you afraid of? What are you stopping the world from getting? Because every one of us has a piece of fruit that's edifying to the world. And if we're not giving out our fruit, we're being stingy. And then you know what happens to being stingy? It's the mustard seed. You don't get to bear fruit. That mustard tree, when you went by, I'm sorry I keep saying the mustard tree, that's the fake. That's not what I said. Y'all know the fig tree that didn't bear fruit, it was cursed. Don't let your fruit be cursed. Your fruit is good. You come from good stock. We need what you got. We all do. I do. We do. We need what you got. So what is fear stopping you from doing? What's your destination? What are you supposed to be doing? I know you're not supposed to be clocking into a corporate job 8 to 5 every freaking day, 40, 50, 60 hours a week, and missing out on the birth of your seeds and the joyous things. And I told you guys my story. When I got the call from Shemaiah being murdered, I was at work. And when I was at work at this, I think I was like 58 hours in, 60 hours in. I could have been at home. We miss out because we're too busy figuring other stuff out and not putting enough time into figuring us out. What are you afraid of? What's stopping you from doing your purpose? Are you a victim all the time? Can you ever claim to be victorious? Can you close your eyes with me right now and give yourself a vision of when you were at the happiest, when you laughed from your belly? You remember that? I remember that night, girl. I laughed so hard, I scared my knees. I didn't even know what happened. Like the next day, I'm calling people, what happened? You see how easy I had that thought? You see how easy I shifted into this energy of laughter and feeling better? That's choosing. That's choosing. Close your eyes and visualize a time you were at your best and go there. And stay there. Be there. Carry that energy over to right now. That frequency is going to show you your destination. You're on the right path. But fear is going to steal from you. Fictitious evidence that appears to be real. However you want to break it down. Fear is going to steal from you. So we have to face our fears. We get to see where our strength comes from. We have to learn how to live fearlessly. Being greatness is contagious. When you're around other successful people, you become successful. When you're around other people who are happy, they just put you in a happy mood. You could be around, somebody who's sad and have this thing, they're going to put you in a sad mood if you let them. Energy shifts. It's contagious. It goes. So you have to make sure that you're being careful, paying attention. Temperature check, TC. You guys are going to see that a lot in Freedom of You. TC, temperature check. I do it all the time. What is this doing to me? How is this affecting me? What am I supposed to learn from this? What purpose do I have here? How am I feeding this? Like, what role do I have in what I'm feeling? And then you're easily fixed because you can say, oh, I don't want to do that, and change your mind. And can shift over. My manifestation memoir is some of the greatest experiences in my life in here. Some of my best writings are in my life. And so we want to focus on love being oxygen. Let's not forget that. We need it. It's oxygen to our soul. It's like the most wonderful thing about love is that you have to own it. You have to own it. When you own love, nobody can take love from you. You own love, it cannot be removed. Nobody can rob you. Nobody can steal it. You have to own it. And then we want to focus on what story are you telling yourself that's keeping you afraid? What story? If money wasn't an issue, would you be able to achieve this right now? Right? If having a degree wasn't an issue, would you go apply for the job that you want right now? It's those kind of things. Like, what stories are you telling yourself? What questions are you asking yourself that's opening up energies that's going to feed you good food to keep going? Like, you know what I mean? What's holding you back? And then we have to look at strategies. How are we going to, what do I do? Who can help me achieve that? That's why I told you guys to meet me here at 5, because I know I want to do something, but I wanted feedback. So if you're coming in, this is what I want to know. Do we want to do a live cast like this, Freedom of You, with daily tools like we're sharing right now, daily spiritual tools to help us be love anyhow right now? Or do you guys want to be part of my 30-day DIY, do-it-yourself, all-natural transformation from all chemicals out the door. So I got an aloe vera hair gel, that's the bomb. Castor oil for hair regrowth. I'm redoing my lashes, so I don't have to put lashes on no more. Frankincense oil essentials, how to blend, what essential oils you could use for what products and what ways. Like, do you guys want to see a DIY, or do you guys want to see like daily tools? That's what I want from you guys. That's what I'm going to need. You know what that is? That's called asking for help. Ask for help. Who is in your circle that you can sit down and ask for help can help you figure out what you're good at? Because sometimes we don't know. Sometimes people see us better than we see ourselves, because we have a story that we've been telling and we're afraid to tell the truth. You see how those things all tie in? Fear, stories, things like that. They all tie in. So we have to make sure that. And then we get to do the best thing ever, is write a new story. And that's going to be the hurtful part. I say tools too. Me and my cousin say tools too. I think tools is the thing too, right? So writing a new story. And if your story is too hurtful to write a new one, then guess what you get to do? Are you listening? Real close, let me tell you. You get to make one up. Use your imagination. Create what you want to do. Pick up your purple pen. Harold in the purple pen. Write whatever you want to write. You don't have to tell the story. You don't have to keep telling the story of being sad. If your story is a sad story, which I had a sad story. We all have sad stories. I don't want to tell you guys my sad stories. I'd rather tell you guys my good stories, or better yet, if we don't have a good story, make one, create one, use your imagination, draw your world anything you want, make it realistic and tangible for you. If you know, this is for me, I have to tell myself, so we're being authentic, I'm being 100 with you guys. I want to change my weight, so I can't make up a story that's, far away, like, girl, when I get 120 pounds, I'm going to be the bomb. We all know my body ain't never going to be no 120 pounds. That's a bullshit story. You're tricking yourself. Quit tricking yourself. Be real with yourself. But I can tell a better story and say, ooh, I am healthy, wealthy, wise, bad, boom, boom. And then that's the truth, right? That's a realistic truth. I am the bomb. So I could do what we want. We could do whatever we want. Pixie dust, baby. I just sprinkled you in my E40 voice. Sprinkle you, sprinkle you, sprinkle you, man. That's pixie dust. We could do whatever we want. Right? I didn't know. We can do whatever we want. I'm in Denver. Do you guys understand this? I am in Denver, Colorado, minding my own business. And a friend of mine says, Free, you going to Atlanta? I said, no. What am I going to Atlanta for? No. He said, you didn't see that post on Facebook about that show? I said, no, I didn't see no post. He said, man, go read that post. Okay, I read the post. Okay, I see it. Do-do-do. Go back to what I'm doing. I get another phone call while I'm in Denver. And another person says, Free, are you going to Atlanta? I said, why does everybody keep calling me about Atlanta? What's going on in Atlanta? They said, did you read the post? That's Freedom of You. You need to be there. So I open up the post for real, and I read, there's a post, a casting call for cast members of a show. Nichelle, shout out to my girl Nichelle. I love you for this. But Where's the Love talk show. And it was a panel of 5 people that discussed where's the love in our relationships, in our family, and ourselves. And they knew what I was building, so they was like, Free, you need to be there, right? And so I read the post, and it is a lot like Freedom of You. And I was like, okay, but I'm not finna leave Denver. I'm a starving artist. Don't think a sister was getting healthy in Denver because she was working out. A sister was starving. Anyway, so I get like, dang, I can't just jump on no flight to Atlanta and don't know what's going to happen. I have to like figure this out. They said, you need to be in Atlanta. I said, okay, well, I'm telling you, I got to figure it out. Do you know that in the process of me not asking, but somebody loving me enough, do you know that they bought my ticket to Atlanta? so I can go to that casting call. Told me to check my email. When I checked my email, they had already booked me a flight on Southwest Airlines, and I was getting there. And so that was cool because, you know, I'm blessed. I'm in, you know, gratitude because I'm supposed to be here. This is like real deal. But this person who bought the ticket had no idea that I had family and friends in Atlanta. They just bought me a ticket. They didn't give me no hotel room. They didn't know. But that's how Spirit is, because I didn't need no hotel room. I called my tita, my first cousin, my friends, Vaughn and Sabian, like, hey, I'm coming down here. I do these calls, and my cousin picks me up, and I go to my cousin's house, and I'm super stoked. And my cousin Tamara, she takes time out to like take me. We go figure it out. We trying to be ready. Like, girl, I'm excited. I can't believe I'm here. La la. Do you guys know that casting call was less than a mile away from her front door? Tamara, can you please tell them guys? Because when I be telling these, they do not believe me on how God works and shows up and provides when we remove fear out of our way, when we're not afraid, when we just show up. When we just show up. The casting call was less than a mile away from my cousin's front door. And then it gets better. It gets better. And then I go into the casting call. I'm early, because you know in LA when you go to casting calls, you gotta be there the day before to get in line, because it's about to be crazy. So this is my thought process. So I'm telling my cousin, let's go and figure out where it's at so I can see and maybe, you know, get in line or whatever. When I get there, there's no line. So, you know, I thought I was in the wrong place. But then I go in and the studio's open and I'm going to go do the paperwork, and, you know, they're asking me like, you know, what are you, you know, here for? And so, you know, I'm like, there's supposed to be a casting call. I was like, oh, you got to come back. It doesn't start to this particular time, you know what I mean? But, and so I'm like, okay, I got to call my cousin to come back and get me. And then this little itty bitty lady, right? She calls my name. What? I hear my government name in Atlanta. Y'all better heal me. Y'all better feel me on this. I can scream everybody's name. Sylvia Taylor in Atlanta, my homegirl who do my hair. Please chime in and tell her. Nichelle Self-Made, Tailor-Made Records and Productions. Nichelle, can you please tag it and tell these guys? I hear my freaking name in Atlanta, and I turn around and it's this little lady. She's like, Freedom, what are you doing here? I've been just looking for you. I just talked to your daughter. I've been trying to get in touch with your daughter. I'm glad you guys are here. I wanted to reach you guys when I hear, like, wait, what are you doing there? Hey, Troy, what are you doing here? And she's like, oh, I got this show going on. But wait, why are you here? And I said, I just came for some casting call for some show called Where's the Love? And I'm here early. I must get. And she just immediately changed her face, tears balling up. And she said, that's my show. Did y'all hear me? Now let me tie this in so you guys could understand the significance of how God works. My friend lived in Phoenix, okay? She dated her and her man. We're all friends. We're family. We hang out. She did my hair in Phoenix, okay? And then she leaves Phoenix and she moves to Atlanta. Before I knew her mother. Her mother helped build this black African goddess in me. She taught me things. We taught each other. Me and the mom had to connect again, like my mama Denise. All my friends are older than me. And so then I become friends with the daughter, and the daughter's doing my hair. She moves to Atlanta. There in Atlanta, I fly to Atlanta. Somebody else buy me a ticket on a casting call that I had no idea of. I get to Atlanta. It's less than a mile away from my first cousin's house. So I told y'all I was starving in Denver, so you know that my cousin fed me because I'm hungry, right? So she cooked for me. I'm gonna cry every time I tell this story, because you guys miss how big it is. God is big. He's amazing. He's huge. And when we can remove fear and stop telling the stories out of our own way, we get to the finish line. We get to the destination. We get to feel this good fruit that I'm telling you right now. My friend was the producer on the show,
one of the executive producers, her show, her daughter, all family, tailor-made. This was their show. I had no idea it was this show. Somebody bought me this ticket on this. It was like, happened like in 1 or 2 days. I promise you guys, it was like this fast. I'm not kidding. And I get down here, I'm like, are you kidding me? She said, I've been praying for somebody to reach. I know Freedom of You. Now, I told you she helped build. This is her. We loved in Phoenix. She knows she helped me who I am. And she said, I mean, you got it, but, I mean, you got to sit with everybody else, but I'm telling you right now. The first person called and asked me, was I going to Atlanta? I said, no, I ain't got no business in Atlanta. I don't need to go to no Atlanta. The second person called me and said, Free, are you going to Atlanta? And I said, no, I know. What are you talking about? And he said, man, you better open that up and read it. He on the phone reading with me. You guys, Free, why you ain't there? I'm like, man, you know, I'm starving. I'm down here and there. I can just use my little change I got to just buy no ticket to Atlanta in the hopes of getting a job. I'm afraid. Ooh, that fear. I'm afraid. He didn't even ask. He was like, man, you need to be there. All right, hung up the phone. I got a call back, y'all. He said, check your email. He bought my ticket. And then I had no choice but to remove fear and show up in my authentic self. Freedom of you. Right now. Right now. You guys know I slammed it because they know me. Right? It was the business. I love it. But even in there, I had earrings on, had this weave on, right? Had this stuff on. And I was like, you guys, I'm sorry, but can I just be myself? And they was like, please do. I had to take stuff off, put my feet, get barefooted on the ground, like remove stuff. I felt choked in the sweater because I was corporate, and that's not freedom. When I'm in this space, I need to be able to breathe. My feet got to be free. I love to be bare feet when I get on stage because I can connect to the root, and it feeds me. I connect to the root when you get bare feet. You don't have to be afraid because everything that I need, my feet's going to soak up inside. It's going to come in all the way through. It's going to come through my gut. It's going to come through my heart. And then when it comes out, you're going to feel me. That's how hard it is. That's what it is. Quit being afraid. Go out and do what you're supposed to do. Stop being afraid. People who love you are going to support you. People who want you to be there are going to make sure you get there. They're always going to have your back. There's always going to be somebody who's pushing and praying for you because they need you. And that's not in a bad way. I'm saying they need you, your fruit that we have to this earth. Everybody has fruit. Quit being stingy with your food. Quit worrying about who bringing the table and who bringing the damn meal. Anybody who's sitting at this table gonna eat at my table. I don't care if you showed up with nothing or not. You're never gonna walk away from my table empty. You're always gonna be full, even if I don't eat. You'll eat. Because somebody did that for me. And I didn't ask. And I didn't ask. They did it. They did it. There's no need to be stingy. There's more than enough for everybody. And yes, Val, confirmation always shows up. It's more than enough. People who love you are going to ride with you for who you are, not for who you pretend to be, not for who you used to be, not for who you lie and do to be. Like, you have to be real, 100, authentic. People are going to love you in that space, and they're going to support you, and they're going to make sure you get there. I was in Atlanta. I was doing my thing in Atlanta. I ate in Atlanta. My cousin Tamira was in Atlanta. I had good friends in Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta, right? Do you guys know that not only did I get here, but I got to Atlanta to my cousins where I could eat and sleep and feed and take care of me. But, you know, I don't say this because she's on here, but T is, she works. And she is setting her schedule, and I love her for that. But this is how you love anyhow, because you know where somebody is and you love them right there, right? So my cousin, she is like, I'm not going to put it out there because Sear going to be mad. You know what I mean? But my cousin, anything you need and you're at my cousin's house, she got. What you need? Oh, I got you. What you need? Oh, I got you. Duct tape. I got you. Whatever. And she'll give you anything she got. She got it. But then I also have friends down there who love me enough to give me keys to a brand new Kia. Boop. I got a car, y'all. I didn't rent no car. I didn't have to spend no money on no car. They gave me a car to drive because they loved me. And this was a family. You know, everybody had cars, but this car was parked. And my friend said, "Free, drive this car because it's not going to give you no troubles in the insurance. You got full coverage insurance. Drive this car." And she gave me the keys to a new Kia. Beautiful, black, slim, sexy car. I thought I was the shiznit in Atlanta. Just pushing the 285. Just pushing the 85. I was just pushing. But God blessed me. You know what I mean? They blessed me. They gave to me every audition, every interview, modeling contract. Y'all don't even know I walked into a modeling contract. I'm just at the mall, Lennox Mall, minding my business. And they walked up to me. Walked into 2 contracts modeling. Minding my own business, but showing up. Not being afraid. Just being freedom. Right? And everywhere I had to go, I had a car to get there. My cousin had a place to live. I had food. You know what I mean? And it's this equal exchange of energy because just as much as I needed my cousin, she needed me. Gee, I love you. You know it too. I do. And that's why Say was able to do it for me. That's why Say did it for me, because of that reason alone. And so now that gets to all of that good stuff gets to the quality of our mind. Hold that. Quality. I didn't say quantity. I didn't ask you if you had a degree. I didn't ask you if you had a title. I didn't ask you if you had experience. I didn't ask you about quantity. I talked about quality. The quality of our state of mind is going to determine our story. You can show up. I have been places, travel all throughout this world, showing up, and I don't even pay attention to it. They're not talking to me. They of course they're not talking to me. I'm supposed to be here, right? I don't know if my girlfriend's out here, but she could tell you. Like, so we're in LA, and it's New Year's Eve a few years ago, and we didn't have no tickets. We didn't have no plans to do it. I was just going to pick up my son and from his auntie's house, and I was just going to shoot on back to Phoenix, right? But then I get to LA, and he's enjoying his time with his auntie, and they haven't been there with his father's side, so I'm going to just make sure I get with my friends and my family while I'm here, too. And so then I hit him up, and my girl at the time was living in Hollywood on Sunset Boulevard. So, you know, Sunset Boulevard had all kind of stuff going on, but we want to get to some our stuff, hip-hop, you know, get it, you know, I don't put my business out there, but so we want to make sure that we have us a good time too. And so we said, well, we're gonna go to the Jamaican spot up the street because they're gonna have some good music and have some people we can have a good time. We can hear some good music. Go there. And so when we go up there, my homeboy, he takes us and we're like, come on, y'all, we're gonna stand over here and we're gonna kick it over here. And then they say, come on, everybody, get on the bus. What? Come on, everybody, get on the bus, get on the van. Come on, you two, you guys get on the van. We get on the van. We have no idea where we're going. We're supposed to be at the club, Jamaican club on Sunset Boulevard. We're not supposed to be in this van. We don't even know where the van's going, y'all. We just jump in the van. So then it's New Year's Eve, right? It takes us to the Hollywood Hills, to this mansion party in Hollywood Hills. You get out, you have to cross over this little creek on this little, you know, like bridge over this little water, and you go in this big, beautiful house, this big security guards, everybody's standing there. Now, they G'd up. Everybody's G'd up. It's New Year's Eve. I have on the socks from from Walgreens that had the rubber on the bottom because I drove on the freeway, right? Because I went to go pick up my son. Some jeans and a shirt. That's what I got on. It's a Hollywood party in the top of Hollywood Hills. Okay, we didn't know we were supposed to get on this bus. We wasn't going to get on the bus. We was going to the Jamaican party. And I had shoes in the car, but I'm chilling because we standing outside smoking and doing whatever we're doing. So we get on the van. We end up in Hollywood Hills. We get there to the thing, security guard. I'm in front. Pete, we got your tickets? I said, tickets? We're supposed to have tickets. Do we have tickets, you guys? And I looked at him and I said, we don't have no tickets. He said, how many? There's 4. He said, come on. for. Now wait, before he did that to us, let me tell y'all, there was people in front of us who didn't have no tickets, and he was like, the bus to go down the hills right back over there. The bus to go down the hills right back over there. So he's sending people who didn't have tickets back over there to get back on the van to go back down to the little club spot on Sunset because they didn't have no tickets to get in. I'm in front of my four. We're all together. He asked me for the tickets. Me. Freedom. Purpose. Destination. Showing up. Even when we didn't want to. Showing up. He asked me. Y'all got tickets? We're supposed to have tickets? He was like, yeah, you're supposed to have tickets. So I look behind me like, guys, do we have tickets? And I look back at him and said, we don't have tickets. He said, man, how many are y'all? I said 4. He said, come on. Boop, 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 boop. All of us in to the Hollywood party in the Hollywood Hills in a mansion. I got on footies, jeans, a shirt. It's New Year's Eve. I don't know I'm supposed to be here. Now I'm standing here. There's all kind of people in here. It's all kind of stuff jumping off. Y'all know what happened in the Hollywood mansion parties. But it's a dispensary party for the new dispensary. So that tell you right now, all that's going on in this party. And now I get to the outside, to the patio, where I could go stand and smoke a cigarette because it's doing that nasty habit, right? And have my little liquor. And I'm standing there and I look on top. I see the sign that say Hollywood. And I'm looking out there and I hear God tell me, if you trust me, I'll take you to the top. And then it said, Happy New Year. I can't make this shit up. I cannot make this shit up. Taiwo Safo, if you was on here, please clock in. Tutu, Tyler, if you on here, please talk in. Shelly Boo, if you on here, please tap in. We are the ones who showed up at this party. Y'all seen my pictures? I put it up there. I escaped. I didn't have no tickets for that party. I wasn't even supposed to be there. I was going to go pick up Bop and go home. But the people I met and the places that I go, I treat everybody the same. I love them the same. And then they love me. The quality of my mind, it took me to a place I had never even thought about going. I couldn't even say imagine, because I'm just as great as anybody else that was there. Yes, G, you remember? Oh my God, G1, remember? Not that I don't think that I deserve to be there. I just had never thought about it. It was the last thing on my mind to go partying on New Year's Eve. I just want to get up my son and I just want to go home. That's all I want to do. And then so in the midst of it, now I show up and you meet these people who are still in my lives today. Right now today. They blessed me more today. We have been a blessing to each other more today because of the quality. Not one time have they asked me for anything free except, can you show up? Do you think you can be here? Can you share love anyhow with my sister, with my auntie, with my cousins? Can you do that? Absolutely. Every time you call, I'm going to answer my phone. And let me go ahead and put this out here. Although I am an artist and although I eat like this, I will always answer your call. I will always take your call. You will never be denied Freedom of You tools for financial statuses. What I do is never built on a currency. It's always burnt on an energy. That's why God gives me everything I need. I will always take your call. Don't you ever not call me because you think it has something to do with $1. Don't you ever not reach out for this antidote I got for you because you think I'm going to ask you for some money. You always got to, if God tell you to call me because you trust and believe he already told me to talk to you. And I'm going to. And then things show up. Tickets to Atlanta get bought. Keys get put in your hands so you have access to drive. You ain't got to pay for no rental cars. People feed you. You have places where you can go. That's why I answer the phone. Don't ever not call me because you think I'm not going to take your call. And then you have to make sure, we talked about that quality and we talked about that intention originally. You make sure that your intention is correct when you call me. Don't be greedy. Don't always be someone who takes, withdraws, and never deposits. I'm not saying that for me. I just use myself as an example. Make sure when you guys reach out, people love on you. Make sure you guys love on them back. Make sure you do it. So your stories get comfortable because you know them. You know them. When you tell this story consistently over and over again, you can do it verbatim. Like I sit and talk to you guys. It comes verbatim. Because it's who I am. and then you feel it, and then that emotion feels good, and then you can remember being there. And then next year I'm going to tell you guys, remember we was on the live in September 1st or whatever, August, whatever. Remember we was there and I was telling you guys that I'm going to go get shaman healing on these herbs, and I'm going to some spring waters with hot sulfur dirt, and I'm going to go be healed, and I'm going to be beautifully, and I'm going to be wearing a swimming suit with no cover on, and my hair is going to be banging, and my lashes are going to be mine, and I'm not going to have anything on that's false and anything. When we look back from a year and we be there, you guys are going to say, she said it. Y'all my witnesses. Ashe. Ashe. The power is Ashe. It's going to be there. And I might have dreads. Because I've been wanting them for so long. I just don't want to comb my hair no more. But that's what's going to happen. And anybody who wants to come, and you guys have a passport, we're building and paying right now. We're going overseas to learn the herbs, to be shaman, earth healers. Not only am I going to sell you these herbs, I'm going to teach you these herbs. Not only am I going to teach you these herbs, I'm going to show you how to make these herbs. We're going to go learn together, Black Girl Magic, how to heal ourselves from the inside out. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you better go follow me on Instagram right now. You got to share with all your friends and family, because every day I'm on day 4 of Inside Out Healing. So I'm sharing essential oils, what they work for, how do you do them, how do you can make oils, whatever you need. You can inhale them, you can breathe them, you can do them topically. I use a product that you can actually digest. So they're all 100% from seed to seal herbs and oils. And so I'm doing this day until I'm all done. I don't know how many days there are. Every day we're going to deal with an oil and what this oil does for you and how it can help heal you. And that's what we're going to do every day. So if you're not on Essentially Free Instagram, you guys better go get on there and follow me and take notes and save these pictures to your phone and your camera. So when you get a headache, you can go back to these essential oils and open it up and see that you could use peppermint to get where you want to go. Get rid of your headache. Or you can use citrus to remember. Or you can use lavender to relax. Or you can use lavender for your face. Or you can use lemon to clean so you don't have to use bleach. All of these things are going on Instagram. FreedomOfYou. Essentially free. We're sharing it. So this is what's going to happen. This is what we just manifested. This is where we're going. If we're going, let's go. I want you. I don't want to do this by myself. I want to create memories with my girls. I want to create memories with my tribe. I want to say when we all went, we were broken, and then we all came back and we more than healed. And then we're more than enough. I want to do that. I don't want to walk this walk by myself. I want my girls there with me. And then after we go overseas and we take care of our shaman, then let's figure out where else we want to go next. Let's go learn and get some things to put some stuff into our tools that we can heal our families, that we can heal our children, that we can heal our parents, that we can heal ourselves, that we can learn what God wanted us to know and learn about this earth and how to live here. People dying at 80 years old is young. God's days, God gives us the ability that we could live to be 100+ years if we take care of ourselves. I want to live that long. Now, I'm not saying that like I'm afraid of death, because if my spiritual contract ends before then, I'll take it. But both my grannies made it to almost 100. So I know I'm going to. It's in my genes. I'm supposed to. I got a passion. I got something I have to do. People got to hear this. And I need my girls. So, the only people that chimed in, we all said that we're going to deal with the tools. So, I'm taking it with the tools. I'm going to start sharing the tools over here, not the DIY. But please know that I'm going to be doing 30-day transformation on my own on the outside. So, today we dealt with fear. What's blocking us? What's keeping us? What stories are we telling ourselves that's stopping us from showing up at our destination, of our purposeful destination that God has created for us? We're going to deal with modalities. We're going to deal with, you know what I mean, things that we can use. Light your candles, people. It's not black. It's not dirt magic. Don't make them think that when you use the elements of the earth to use, it's not that. It's good. It's not evil. Nothing is evil about it. When you light a candle, light that in candle with the intention of that fire connecting to you and that going out into the universe, bringing you back what you want. So I light white candles for peace. And I cover my kids who are long distance from me for peace. And I cover my son when he's sleeping at night. I cover him. And when I think about him in love, I light a white candle. T-Type, we know you on that. You on the sectional, Tamara. We know that phone don't be right on that section. Ben, are you on my side? And do you have my cover? Tita. Val, I know. That's your specialty. We about to do it. Sister, come on. For real. And it's not just on me. I have great ideas. I love my ideas, but I want to hear yours. I want to create. I want to help put your plan in. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it. I love you guys. Removing our fears. Telling our new stories. Even if you have to make them up. Even if you have to make up the best time in your life that you felt good. Make it up. All you have to do is be in that love energy for 17 seconds and then it's going to shift. I just showed you. I just showed you how to do it. I love you more, Val. I love all you guys. I just showed you how. Remember when? So me and Tamara, I'll use her as an example. Tamara, remember when we was on the patio and I said, cousin, like the birds and the bees show up on your patio and you was like, you're tripping. And I was like, no, cousin, it's like Mary Poppins out here. She got all this wildlife showing out here. When I play my meditation music and I meditate and drink coffee on the patio, they all show up. And my cousin was like, cousin, you're tripping. But the reason she thought I was tripping was because when they show up for me, she's already gone to work. So she doesn't get that. She didn't get it. And then the weekend come and she's out there and she's meditating on her own and she got her music playing, drinking coffee, chilling out because she has the best meditation place in Atlanta ever. That you can sit out there, birds, everything, water, everything. It's beautiful. And then she had to agree. The dragonflies and the butterflies and the bees and the squirrels and the animals were all coming out like Mary Poppins. So that meditation music got us right there at that high level of frequency. I tell you, the bees don't sting me. If I'm sitting outside and I see bees and they don't come speak to me, I'm checking myself now. Because when you're vibing high, bees feel you and they'll come around you and they will not sting you. We are friends. They love me. I don't want to hurt you, and you don't want to hurt me. Connecting back to that earth is my turf. I command it to man to do what I want it to do, and all I want it to do is birth beautiful, strong, black, white, Chinese, whatever women birth into, walk in your purpose so we can kill these generational curses that have been killing us. Father, we ask you. Is that what you say? Or spirit, we demand you. Is that what you say? Or num hey yo yo. Whatever it is that you use to get to where you're doing, get there. Change it. Post seeds. Drop seeds. Love them. Then your seeds are going to grow. Then love's going to